Welcome back, everyone. This is Plotory, and we really believe that learning English should feel a lot less like homework.
And a lot more like, just hanging out with friends who love talking about this stuff.
Exactly. So we are really glad you're here with us today. I am Peter.
And I am Sarah.
We have a really great topic for you today. It's about a huge roadblock for almost everyone trying to get fluent.
Oh, for sure. But before we jump in, just a really quick heads up. If you want to follow along or, check any of the words we say, the full transcript is always up on the Plotory website.
Which is so helpful, especially for today, because we're going to focus on one specific phrase. And you can actually go on the site, practice sentences with that phrase, and get instant feedback.
It's amazing. It feels like you have a really patient teacher there just correcting you in real time. And we also have flashcards for any new vocabulary.
And I think the most important part is that Plotory is where you can talk to real people, have actual conversations about all kinds of topics. Because that's how you really learn, right? Going from knowing the words to actually using them.
Real practice, that's the key.
Let's do this. Today's topic is why overthinking slows down your English.
Oh, I will love this topic. I mean, I've lived this topic.
I bet so. I wanted to ask you, since I know you learned Spanish, did you ever have that moment where you know exactly what you want to say, the perfect sentence is right there in your head, but you open your mouth and just nothing comes out? Your brain just freezes.
Oh, all the time. Absolutely. It wasn't just like forgetting a word. It was more like my brain would just overload. I'd be running through this checklist, Is this verb right? Am I using the formal you or the informal you? Did I use the wrong noun form?
So you're not trying to communicate. You're running a full grammar diagnostic test in your head.
Exactly, a diagnostic test. And by the time the test was done, the conversation was like 3 steps ahead of me. Or I'd just give up and say the simplest, safest thing possible, sometimes just one word.
That's silence.
Yeah.
That's the thing that makes learners feel like they're not getting better, even when they know all the rules.
That's the heart of it, isn't it? You can study it for hours, you know the rule, but in a real fast conversation, you don't have time to look it up in your head. You just need it to flow.
And the second you start overthinking, that flow just stops. Dead.
It's a cycle, right? You worry about making a mistake, which makes you more likely to freeze, which makes you worry more.
You know what? Come to think of it, I did the exact same thing when I was trying to learn French in high school.
Oh, really? Tell me.
I was so scared of mispronouncing something or getting a verb, anything wrong, that I basically said nothing. In the whole class, I remember spending 5 minutes crafting this one perfect, brilliant sentence in my head, and then the teacher would just call on someone else. Time's up.
The pain of being too slow. I know it well.
And so, because I never actually practiced speaking, my French is still terrible. All because I was overthinking instead of just talking.
That is such a good example. And actually, that phrase you just used.
Which one?
Come to think of it.
Yeah, I guess I did.
That is the perfect phrase to show how native speakers think in real time. And, surprise, it's our key phrase for today.
I guess I use it all the time without even realizing it just feels natural.
It is, and that's what we want to talk about. Come to think of it.
So what does it really mean? Let's break it down.
Okay, so you use come to think of it when you're already talking, and then suddenly a new thought or a memory just pops into your head. Something that's relevant right now, an in-the-moment realization.
So it's basically your mouth's way of saying, hold on, my brain just found a new piece of information.
Exactly. Wait a minute. I just realized something important. And it sounds so natural. It shows you're actively listening and thinking while you talk. It's the complete opposite of a freeze.
Let's try it out with a few examples. I feel like if you can master this one, you instantly sound more fluent.
I agree. Okay, how about a couple of quick everyday situations?
Sure. Scenario 1, we're making plans to get lunch tomorrow.
Okay, and I ask you, hey, are you free around noon tomorrow?
And I'd say something like, yeah, I think so. My afternoon looks pretty clear. Oh, wait. Come to think of it, I promised my boss I'd finish that report before I left.
Perfect. See? You are built to say yes, but your memory just served up a conflict. Come to think of it, signals that exact moment of realization.
Totally changes the direction of the conversation.
Instantly. Okay, let's try another one. We're talking about a movie we saw.
Okay, and we both like it, but we can't remember the name of the actor who played the villain.
And I'm like, wasn't he in that sci-fi show we watched? You're the one about the robots.
And I could say, I don't think so. But come think of it, I definitely saw that actor in a commercial yesterday. You selling, car insurance or something.
Yes. So the phrase isn't solving the original problem. We still don't know his name. But it's introducing a new, relevant thought that just surfaced. It keeps the conversation moving.
It's like a little conversational pivot. That's a great example.
Should we do one more? Maybe something a little more, serious?
Yeah.
Imagine we're planning a surprise party for our friend Maya.
Okay.
And someone says, let's get Sarah to invite her. They live right near each other.
And then you could jump in and say, that's a good idea, but come to think of it, Sarah told me she's flying out of town for work tomorrow. We should probably ask Daniel instead.
Exactly. You just prevented a party disaster by remembering a key fact. It's super functional.
It really is. And this is where learners get stuck, right? They try to translate something from their own language, like, wait, I just remembered something?
Instead of just using a simple, natural chunk of language, if you stop to try and build the sentence, you're going to freeze. Let's go back to that freeze. I have a short story, but I think really shows that switch from overthinking to just speaking.
I love the story. Let's hear it.
Okay, so our main character is Mia. She's an English learner, maybe B2 level. She knows her grammar. She's smart.
But in a real situation.
She becomes a nervous wreck. So one morning, she goes into a coffee shop. She wants a large iced vanilla latte with skim milk. It's a complicated order, but she rehearses it in her head.
She's prepared.
She is. She gets to the front of the line. The barista smiled and says, what can I get for you? And Mia's brain just short circuit.
Diagnostic test kicks in.
Totally. Did I say vanilla right? Should I say may I have? Is iced the right word? Complete panic.
And what comes out?
One coffee. Just one coffee, please.
Oh, Mia.
Super safe. Super simple. And she's so embarrassed she gets a plain black coffee that she didn't even want.
That's the price of overthinking. A bad coffee.
It is. So she sits down, feeling defeated. But then she notices another customer. He felt so clearly a non-native speaker, has a strong accent. But he's so confident.
He's just flowing.
He's flowing. He goes up and says, hello, I need one of those special donuts. Oh, and wait, come to think of it, I'll get a coffee too, but can you make it decaf? Thanks.
Wow, he just uses it so naturally.
He does. He wasn't thinking about rules. He was just communicating. He changed his mind right in the middle of this order and used that phrase to smoothly add the new thought.
He was just thinking out loud, basically. Which is what fluency is.
Mia sees this, and it's like a light bulb goes on. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is just to be understood, to use the language.
About taking that risk.
Exactly. So what does she do the next day?
She goes back.
She goes back, takes a deep breath, and she orders her large iced vanilla latte with skim milk. She does it. And then she pauses, looks at the pastries, and she adds. And come to think of it, can I also get one of those chocolate croissants because it looks amazing?
Yes, Mia. She got her croissant.
She did. She beat the freeze. She allowed her brain to work in real time, and she used a simple phrase to make it happen.
I love that. Using a phrase like come to think of it is like you're telling the other person, hey, I'm actively thinking in English right now. That process is fluency.
You're showing cognitive flexibility. You're not just reading from a script in your head. And that in turn actually lowers the anxiety that causes the freeze in the first place.
That makes so much sense. You spend less brain power on building the perfect sentence and more on just communicating.
It creates momentum. And it's really hard for that overthinking voice to catch up when you've got momentum.
So we talked about the freeze. We learned our key phrase as a tool, and we saw Mia get her croissant.
We did. And the big takeaway for everyone listening is really don't let perfection be the enemy of communication.
Use these simple, natural phrases to just keep the conversation going. Take the risk. Make mistakes.
Absolutely. The mistakes are proof that you're trying. That's the only way to get better.
And hey, just a quick reminder about those Plotory tools we mentioned.
Right. If you really want to practice this stuff.
Head over to the website. You can get the transcript, use the flashcards, and actually practice using come to think of it in sentences and get feedback.
And then you can use all that to prepare for the best part, talking to real people. That's where the real confidence comes from.
Okay, so we have one last thing for you. A little challenge.
This week, we want you to be like Mia and the confident guy in the coffee shop.
We challenge you to use the phrase, come to think of it, just one time.
Just once. It could be in a real conversation, maybe in an email, or even just practicing by yourself.
Don't overthink it. Just wait for that moment when you suddenly remember something and try it out.
Let us know how it feels. You can always share your experience on the Plotory community page. We'd love to hear about it.
We really appreciate you spending this time with us.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and don't be afraid to make a few mistakes.
Take care, everyone.
See you next time.